Okay. So, hi everyone. Thanks for joining. So today we'll talk about net loss. Okay. So we're gonna talk about net loss, and we're gonna talk about how we can use this net loss for our recon purposes. Okay. So we'll be talking about a lot of other features about this net loss, and you guys already know me, so I'm skipping this slide. So let's talk about the net loss. Uh, Let me open my browser. Okay. So Netlas, if you talk about Netlas, it's like search engines. Like already we have seen a lot of search engines like Shodan, right? So we have seen Shodan sensors. So all of these are attack surface discovery tool, right? So like that, it's also a attack surface discovery tool. Okay. So we have a lot of features in Netlas. For example, we can query for specific host name, or else we can query for specific IP address. And also they have the DNS related things. We can query for subdomain, and we can do a lot of other things using this Netlas. Okay, so this is the website. If you go to pricing, so they have free edition also. It's called community edition, and they have a lot of other plans like freelancer, enterprise, all of that. Okay, so yeah, so they have community edition, which is completely free, and they have freelance, business, corporate, and enterprise. Okay, so we can just sign up for an account and we can start using this tool. Okay, so I think per day, if you sign up for a community edition, then you can make 50 queries per day. Okay, so I think, yeah, you can make 50 queries per day, and you can make these kind of queries, like you'll be getting 2,500 per month, and you'll be getting some limitation compared to other plans. Okay, so and if you go to data store, you can see their data. You can download their data also. You need to pay for this. Okay, for example, here they have the domain names data and FDNS records. So they have a lot of data source here. You can pay for this, and you can completely download this, and you can use it completely on offline. Okay, if you prefer. And they have only these PTR records free. Okay, so you can just sign up for an account and you can download this PTR record. Okay, I think it's around 15 GB or 13 GB. Yeah. So it's only thing they are giving free for free is this PTR record. So for remaining we have to pay. And let's go to the Netlas itself. Let's sign up. I think I have already an account. So let me sign into my Netlas account. So I'm passing the screen for a second. Okay, I will log in to my account. Okay, so here we have the Netlas. This is a dashboard. Okay, so this is the dashboard. I'm logged into my account, so it's I'm currently using freelancer account. Okay, so they have a lot of modules here. If you click on this, they have these host modules. The first one is host module. You can search with IP address, or domain name, whatever. Right? So here you can search with it. For example, if you want to look for a domain name information about the domain name, you can search it here. For example, We can put the domain allegiant.com, and we can get the details about this particular domain. So here we can see the A records and who is data, and also we can see the related domains information, then the DNS information like MS records and the name server records. And also we can see ports like on this domain, there are 2 open ports, right? So you can see the HTTP services ports. Okay, so we can search for particular domain name, and also we can search for the IP address. For example, if you take this IP, let's query this IP. So it will show the complete information about this IP. So it is showing the PTR record, and also the owner of the IPs, and we are seeing the lot of domains also this IP used, right? So we are seeing a lot of information here, and also we are seeing the locations. So location of this particular IP. Okay, so we can query for this. We can query with query for the domain related thing also, and also IP related thing. And if you go to second module, we have response search. So here what is happening, it's same like showdown. So what they're doing, they're randomly scanning IP addresses, and they're storing the response into the database, and they're providing it to us. Okay, so response search. For example, if you take HTTP service, they will collect the metadata for the HTTP service. They will collect the banners. They will store it in the server, and they will we can query this data, right? So this is how they're doing it. We can query for particular services, and also we can take a look at supports, and also we can query based services. For example, if you want to query for a MySQL server or Elasticsearch, you can do that. So same like a showdown. For example, we can query with a host here. Suppose let's go with allegiant.com. Yeah, so it is showing this. It found 8 documents. Okay, so we are seeing information about this particular domain. So it will show the responses it is stored, and it will show the who is information also. So if you click on this, we'll get the who is data also, and we can see the CV's information also. But as per this plan, I cannot view this. I cannot access this CV data. That's okay. So we'll be seeing a lot of other information about these IP addresses, about this domain name, right? So we can see a lot of other information. The right side, you can see you can see this these domain names, location is US, and we can see the services, protocols, so informations also. Great. So like that we can search with the IP addresses. Okay, so let's search with an IP address. Let's pick it randomly. Maybe let's find the IP address of so what we get here. So we are getting this 1313. So let's query with it. Yeah. So there are only one services as per this data. So we are getting only port 80 data. We are getting the response data, same like showdown. So like that we can query for ports also. For example, if you want to look for FTP ports, then you can just use ports. You can use the port, and you can specify the port, for example 21, or else if you want to search for HTTP service, you can search for, you can put the port 80 or port 443. So like that we can search for the ports. So since only one port's open, so we are getting this data. So you can search with the other port numbers also, and also you can search with the product. For example, if you want to search for MySQL products, then you can use the tag. Using this tag, you can search with the product, for example, MySQL. Okay, so like that you can search for this product. Okay, so I don't have this, I don't have access to this query. That's okay. So like that we can do a lot of things with this response search. Okay, we can search with the title, and also we can search with the favicons. So like we do in the showdown, right? And also we can search in the body, like we can use the http.body, and here we can search with the keyword. For example, let's look for this legend.com. So like that. So here we are getting 89 matches. So it is searching, it is looking for this keyword in the documents metadata, right? So it is collected response, right? So it is searching for this domain in the response, and it is pulling that data. So currently it's gonna show 89 documents, and we have this data. So here in the response, it is matchreligent.com, right? So that's why we are seeing this uh, this 89 results. Okay, so we can look through these results. Yeah. So we can use this response search to do a lot of other things, but I think free plans having only limited access to limited queries. Okay, so we cannot use much on this. And also we have DNS search, the third module. So let me go to slide. Yes. So let's talk about this DNS search. On the DNS search, we can do a lot of DNS related queries. For example, if you want to do the subdomain enumeration, we can do that. So using the domain query, we can do the subdomain enumeration. So we can use this domain query, and we can mention the domain name. For example, if you want to do the subdomain enumeration for allegiant.com, then we can mention this wildcard and domain name. So what it is going to do, right? So it is going to match all these subdomains of this allegiant.com. So that's the query. So let's do the search. So you can see it's found 487 subdomains. So here we have this subdomain details. We have this domain column. So here we can see the domains of this allegiant.com. And also we have the A records, IP addresses, and name server. And we have mail server exchange records, and also TST records. So it's pulling all the DNS related informations. So we have 487 records. And also in the right side, if you see here, we have the filters. So we can search with the filters here. Suppose in this case, it's only found the .com zone. So that's why we are having this .com zone pointing to 487. And we have a subdomain like third level subdomain and fourth level subdomain. So we have two levels here. Suppose if we want fourth level subdomain, we can use the AND query. So we can specify the AND query, and we can ask for the fourth level subdomains using these levels. So here, let me put level 4 and search. So here you can see we got 116 subdomains now. Okay, so here we are seeing the only level 4 subdomains. So like that we can do the filtering here itself. In the right side you can see we are only seeing these level 4 subdomains. Great. So like that we can filter the subdomains, and we can look for interesting thing. And also if you want to do the if you want to do the TLD enumeration kind of thing. So if you want to find all the top level domains of Allegiant, then we can remove this .com, and we can put a wildcard here. So like something like this, we can put a wildcard here. So what it's gonna do, it's gonna match the wildcard also. So let me search now. So it's gonna pull the TLD domains also. Okay, so here you can see in the right side, we have the zones now. So on the .com, we have 513. On the CO TLD, we have 10 record. On the cloud TLD, we have 9 records. So we can select the particular TLD zone and we can apply the filter. So it's gonna apply the filter for this CO TLD, and it's gonna bring up the subdomains of this particular domain. So let's see what we are getting. So we have 10 records. So here you can see we got on this TLD, we got this 10 subdomain. So like that, we can find the TLD, we can do the TLD enumeration here itself. Okay. So let's go back to allegiant.com. So let's download this data. So we have 487 subdomains. Okay. So we can download this data. Here you can see the download symbol, right? You just have to click on this, and here we can download this data. So they have JSON format and CSV format. So and you can select the fields. Okay. So if you want only few, if you want only the specific field, you can select this field and you can modify your field. Suppose if you want everything and you want to filter later, then you can download the data, so that we don't want to query for this domain again and again, right? So we don't want to do that. We just want to download this data one time, and we can later on we can parse this data, and we can do a lot of other enumeration using this data. Okay, so let's download this JSON file. So here we can give the file name. So let's give subs. Okay, and we can change the results. So currently, if you are using community edition, community plan, then you can download up to 200 records. If you use freelancer, you can download up to 1,000 records. I think so. Okay, so since I'm using this freelancer version, I'm gonna download everything, 487 records, subdomains. So I'm gonna download all of these results. So let me download it. So I'm downloading the JSON format. So we can pass this file using tools like JQ, right? So it's downloaded. So let me open my command line. So let's go to download directory. Okay, so here we have this JSON file. So using JQ, we can pass this file. So let's get this file to JQ. Okay, so here we have this lot of data here. So let's take a look at the list. Okay, so here we have this. I think it's index, right? So we have this index. So within this index, we have this objects, JSON objects, and here we have this domain. So as of now, we are interested in the domain field, okay? Because we only need the subdomains of this allegiant.com. So as of now, we don't want anything, right? So later on, if you want IP address, you can get it. But as of now, let's only download these domains. Okay. So let's pass this data and let's only grab the domain name. So here you can see we have this JSON objects, and within here we have this array, right? So we can pass this JSON using JQ tool, right? So first let's access the array. So can put this empty array, and we can access all of them. And let's access the data object. So within the data object, we can access this domain field, right? So now let's put the data here. So now we are within this. Yeah.
Hello. Sorry to interrupt. Can you please check your charging? I think it's about to die.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So now once we access this data field, we can access this domain field. So we are only interested on this domain field, right? So we can access it. Okay, so now we got all the subdomains of allegiant.com. So now it's a string, right? So we can we need only raw data. So what we can do, we can use the R options. So if we specify R, then it will only we'll be getting the data, raw data only. So something like this. So now we are we got this subdomain list, right? So we can save this subdomains to a file. Maybe let's call it as Allegian subs.txt. Okay, so now we got all the subdomains of allegian.com. So let's cut this file. So it's a 487 subdomains. So we got all the subdomains from Netlas, right? So this is how we can download the data from Netlas and we can parse it. So as of now, I only pass the domain name, subdomain names. If you want to pass the error code also, you can use the same JQ and you can only access the IP field and you can download the IP addresses. Okay, so let's talk about this name server reverse lookup. So let's go back to the DNS search. So here we can do the name server lookup also. So when you are approaching large scope, so we need to find all the domains and all the acquisition domains and all the partner domains belongs to the target, right? So in this case, we'll be collecting all the sub domains, root domains, seed domains belongs to the target, right? So in this case, we'll be using a lot of technique like reverse OS lookup and acquisition enumeration and other things, right? So here we're gonna use the technique called name server lookup. Okay, so we're gonna find the name server of the target domain, and then we are gonna reverse lookup that name server, and by doing that, we'll be getting domains, C domains of the target. The only condition for this technique is is the name server should be owned by the target itself. Okay, so if it is not owned by the target, then it may not work. We will be getting a lot of false positive. So in order to do this technique correctly, we need the name server of the target, right? So we can query for the name server. So we can use the dig command and we can query for the name servers. So let's query for the name servers of allegian.com. So here we got these 4 name servers, right? So ns1.allegian.com and ns4, ns3, ns2, right? So let's reverse look up this name server. So let's pick ns1.allegian.com and let's go to Netlas. So here we can use the ns filter. So using this filter, we can query for, we can do the reverse lookup, name server lookup. So here I'm putting the name server of allegian.com. So let's query this. So this name server is belongs to our target itself, right? So whatever domains we are finding here, right? So we can say these domains are owned by the target, our targets. Okay, so we can verify, cross verify that also. So let's see. So here we got all the domains. We got domain name, a record, ns name server record, ms record, txt record, and we got a totally 315 domains, subdomains and domains, right? So on the right side, if you take a look at this right side, here we have the zones like on .com, we have 171 domains, and AU we got 17 domains, and DE we have 15 domains. So we got a lot of domains here, and here we have the levels also. Great. So let's download this data. So like we did for subdomain enumeration, right? So we have downloaded the data and we have parsed it locally, right? So we're going to do the same for this name server lookups also. So before that, let's confirm let's pick a domain and let's see whether this domain is owned by our target or not. Okay, so let's query who is data of allegiant.com. So let's use the who is utility and ask who is data for allegiant.com. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, let me install it. Okay, so now query who is record for allegiant.com. So here you can see we had this registrant data. So the registrant organization is this one. Okay, so this is the registrant organization and we got the registrant email. Okay, so this is the registrant data of allegiant.com. So let's do the who is enumeration for one of the domain found on this search, right? So let's pick this one. So we have this safeschools.securitytechnologies.com. So let's pick this domain and let's do the same who is enumeration. Okay, so here in the register email, so we got this allegiant.com, webtech lead at allegiant.com, right? So on the also registered organization is the same. So we can confirm that this domain is belongs to our target, right? So using this who is lookup, we can confirm this whether this domain is owned by our target or not. Yeah. So now we can download this data. So we just need to click on this download button. So like we did previously, right? So we can do the same. Okay, so I'm gonna download everything. There are 315 records. I'm gonna download everything. Okay, so it is downloaded. So now we can pause the data. Okay, so we have this JSON data. So we have this data field. So within the data field, so we are interested in the domain, right? So like previously we accessed the domain, right? So like that we can access this domain field and we can only get this domain data. So let's do that. We can just access the array and we can access the data field. Then we need the domain field and we need the raw data, right? So that's why I'm using the R option. So now we are getting all the domains names. Okay, so we take a look at these results. We got a lot of domain like aligiani.com, axsecurity.com, myaligian.com. Okay, so hopefully these domains belongs to our target. So let's save this data.
Value.
Yeah.
Sorry for interruption. So is it the seed domains? I mean root domains?
Yeah. So so these are the root domains are owned by allegiant.com, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So allegiant.com is the main domain, and also they have a lot of other domains for their various purposes, right? So they may have partners thing, right? So in that case, for various purposes, they create a lot of domain names. They register a lot of domain names. So that we are querying all the domain names, and we are including in our scope, right? So by doing this, we can expand our scopes. So we can find a lot of vulnerabilities on other domains also. So
so we can save this file as a root domains or
yes,
just as a subdomain, right?
Yeah, so we can save this file as root domain. So now using this name server enumeration, here will be getting the root domains and also we'll be getting the subdomains. So what we can do, you can first get the subdomains. For example, here, let's grab for the allegiant.com subdomain. So Okay, so now using this graph, we can only get the allegiance subdomains.
egrep. You can use egrep.
Okay. I think
Don't use regex. Just for now normal.
Yeah, normal is can be too.
so. Let's remove this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think what here we are only getting the root domains. Okay, so mostly we are getting only the root domains. Great. So we can, if you have the subdomains, you can just grab these subdomains. Then you can exclude the subdomains using this V option, right? You can exclude the subdomains and you can only save this domain name. Okay, so you can only do this invert query, right? Using this V option, you can invert the query and you can only save this domain names to a file called roots or seed.txt. So later on, once you finish the main domain allegiance.com, you can pick another domain and you can do the subdomain enumeration. You can do all other approach, right? Your approach. You can do the recon. You can look for vulnerabilities and you can report it. Like how you do in the
So
main domain.
from name server, we got the details, right?
Yes.
So these are the organizations. So like in name server, there's the organizations, and beside that, we have email also. You told us about who is. So we can grab the root domain from the email part as well.
Yeah. So yes. So we can